roll it out and really get 21st century skills happening in your classroom.
The 2009 National Educational Computing Conference drew more than 12,000 technology experts and educators from around the world to Washington, D.C. in search of the latest ed tech tools and strategies.
But it's this period in time, these last 2 or 3 years, we have been given these extraordinary tools that I have found impact my learners in big, big ways.
Participants in this Library Tools Smackdown session learned about a number of free online tools to help them navigate through the vast resources available on the World Wide Web. Even as they learned about new tools, the presentation itself was tweeted live by one of the panelists, a common practice throughout the conference that allowed attendees to connect with one another both off and online.
I did the Google training, and that was ridiculously informative. There was just so much stuff, and being able to network. I am now following the facilitators on Twitter, and just being able to network and just to know that I'm not by myself.
Almost everything I've gone to has been something informational that I can use directly. In fact, I've been on Twitter, and I've been on Facebook, and I've been on these different social networks, passing things on already to our teachers back home and just getting them involved already so that I don't just keep the information but pass it on.
Donald Knezek, the CEO of the International Society for Technology and Education, which sponsors the conference, agrees that the technologies have allowed educators to share information in innovative ways, even in tight budgetary times.
I think what happens is that in some ways when you get here, you get caught up in the excitement and you do suspend a little bit the dread that, you've got the same old accountability structure when you go back. You've got challenges in terms of funding and instructional materials and so forth. But you do see a lot of creative ways that teachers use low-cost strategies as well. So not everything you see here is high-end and highly expensive.
But there were still plenty of more high-end technologies featured, both on the exhibition floor and in the presentations, including multi-touch, multi-user screens from Circle 12 Inc. and this hands-on session where participants learned to design and program robots using the LEGO Mindstorms NXT software.
Students look for all of these things. We're also having them identify the different ways that the robots turn.
And while the people we spoke to agree that the cost is always a factor, their greater concern is obtaining the tools they need.
It's definitely a concern. We want to do the best that we can with what we have, spread it around as much as we can. So it's always in the back of our minds, the pricing.
We're at a private institution, so we do have a little bit more leeway as far as how much we can afford to pay out. But like everybody else, we've been hit with that economy and have to cut back on our budget. So we're looking at what we have available to us within our budget.
The educators here know that if they want to keep their students motivated to learn, the teachers have to keep up with the latest and best technologies.
The realistic piece of it is that we're dealing with students who are in that technology age. They're used to sitting down and texting and watching movies and videos and the iPods and so on and so forth. So anything that we can bring into the classroom that's similar to that, I think, is going to help us, as opposed to the traditional book. They're not going to the library, unfortunately.